So that's what dying is like. This is so clever. This is like one of my, again, I love the Tomb of the Eaters. In 1465, Revok visited the despicable Hindran of Bela and burnt in the ash, leaving behind no damn corpses. I was kind of hoping for something about Bela, but alas, it doesn't recognize the fact that, or the fact that every single person in the 6 Day Stilt is dead. Well, all the merchants are. So they have said, the developers, that there's a couple of ideas that they're going to be working on for like big content drops. They might be free, they might be like so big they are paid expansions. Either way, I would pay whatever. Like I'm in for the long haul with Keza Cut. But I would like to present right now my desire, my dream. One thing I want is this right here, Bright Shoal. Bright Shoal is essentially like a psychic computer wonderland. Like when the sultans die, their consciousness is uploaded to, I believe, I don't know if this is actually true or something I made up, but I think I remember learning sometime somewhere that like the top of the spindle basically has a database and everyone lives in here like when they die. I want a storyline, so when you get to this point in the game, you could choose. There's an ending. You could choose to stay in Bright Shoal. The game will end. Your run's over. But like, why not have a split in the game? Have one of the big content things be a Bright Shoal storyline. Like you did your job. You got the spindle ready. Have a story that takes place in here. I would love that. Is that not game over? Your character died. Oh, you'll see, Creedmoor. You'll see. We had to do this because this is how we're going to advance the story of the game. Bright Shoal's the dream of the seraph that lives atop the spindle. Thank you. Thank you, yes. I knew it was atop the spindle in some way, and like obviously it's a database that brains are sent to. But dream of the seraph, that's what someone tells you at some point. Sod, welcome. Sod from thine here shaking the wedding old life. Sod into a small vessel pouring hit. Sod to thine sash attaching the vessel. Sod crossing now through the high gate into Bright Shoal. What? I've come from the thick world with a mission to disable the spindle's magnetic field. Can you do this for me? Shamran Khanen, why aren't we? Well, I am a sod after all. Yeah, like I would love to see like Thin World stuff. Like it's such a rich well that they could dive into for content. The Shamran remaining unbelievable. I love the choice of Middle English here. Yeah, like this old-timey talk is great. What is this place? Side starting thou to high gate of Bright Shoal. Side thine here's been wet with old life. Side shaking thine head and crossing a new life. Is Reshef here? No, side Reshef right in here. Am I dead? Side the body dying, but the mind roaming. Why do you call me Sod? Art thou a side of old Salem? And now starting thou at the high gate to Bright Shoal? Is that another name for cut? Really lands the eons of time difference. Yeah, like this gulf of time. We've talked about it before, but like, I'm not very knowledgeable about Warhammer, but I love that Warhammer is a story that takes place so far in the future. Same thing with Dune. Like, I love the idea of a story taking place so far away from the current time that the past is like mythical. It's just myths and legends at that point. And everything just seems completely weird and alien. I love it. I love any story where it's like, yeah, it's just really far away. That's why everything's so weird. So far in the future. What is this place? Cut was once called Solemn. You note this in your copybook now. Sod starting without the high gate to Bradshaw. Sod thine ways been wet with old life. Where is Bradshaw in relation to Cut? Carrie, what's going out? Check out Foundation. I will. Aloft of Gideon, a sight twinkling, and thou the self dreaming. There we go. This is where it comes from. And Bradshaw's the dream. Oh, hold on. Oh, I woke him up by saying that. He was having another doggy dream. He was kicking around. That little cutie. Brightwater Shomer is one of my favorite characters. This whole sequence is just so good. Yes! Again, like the cave, the Tomb of the Eaters, the first, like, third of it frustrates me a little bit. There's random teleportation, there's a lot of rooms with a lot of stuff, and then you get to the traps, the pits, the fire, the pneumatic presses, the strip flies, and, like, all of that's very frustrating. And then you get the section that's, you know, there's crypt wardens and some tombs to rob. It's a little bit more wide open. That's not so bad. But then once you're past that, all of the tombs of the sods, awesome. I love every one of those. I love learning the history. I love getting your history on the wall. I love you have to die and go into a digital afterlife to complete the story. You meet this dude from eons in the past who's been here basically acting as like, who's the Pearly Gates guy? Is that Peter, St. Peter? Like, you have a dude who's been guarding the afterlife for untold eons. It's just such an incredibly cool sequence. Treat for Benji? You want it, Benji? You want a treat? Want a treat? Benji, you want it? Oh, this guy's just so sleepy he doesn't care at all. Big stretch. Oh, no. He's gonna lie back and eat it. There you go, buddy. Ah, what a good boy. Help my friend move from one end of the island to the other, east to west. It was exhausting. That's the long way. That's the worst way to do it. Anyway, I'm from the thick world. I'm here to do a thing. Something changed atop the spindle. If Brightshell is indeed connected to the city there, then this change may suggest it's in peril. 1 year ago, someone began broadcasting a signal from atop the spindle. I have a recording of it here. I ask you, disable the magnetic field so that the spindle can be ascended and the signal investigated. Sod, the Seraph Sprechen. Sod, thou asking, and the Shromrin assenting. Sod, wilt thou return to Salem or cross it into Brightshell? If it can be done, return me the cut. I wish to ascend the spindle myself. Sod, now then returning. I'm ready. So this why, Creedmoor, the game's not over. We could choose to have the game end here. We could stay in digital heaven if we wanted to. But this being a sci-fi experience, we're gonna just rebuild ourselves on Earth. So in Jewish tradition, a shomer is a person who keeps vigil over the deceased from death till burial. Ah, that's right. That is something that was told to me before. And I think it was in here, but lost. But I appreciate you illuminating us again. Pretty sure I got that from a movie, now that I think about it. So he's been up there for a long time. That's a long vigil. The matter of your new body starts to thicken and clot. You're inlaid with ribbons of bone, tissue, nerve, and flesh. Discover Recoming Nook at Guile. You know the location in your copybook. I am reborn! So now that we're reborn, the neoteric body is differently charged. Tying inside you is another of the secret knots that bind the world. We get another floating nearby slot. We are naked. Except for our clank, of course. Thank you. Yeah, we're Revok the Reborn, the Reborn. There was once a horrible, we're gonna say glitch, even though it wasn't technically a glitch. But, in older versions of the game, when this quest was first added, if you were to get to this point and open this chest and hit tab to take all, every item that entered your inventory was one turn. It was one turn. Enemies outside would just murder you. They would just murder you. It sucked. How these guys know to wait here? That's the only thing that's never explained, is how did your team know to come here? Oh, whoops. Tab! I got a party here, so they'll keep me safe. Alright, let's get ourselves situated. My white, I got two different boomsticks. That's the best. My white hot boomstick, please. On my feet, my coiled clogs. On my back, Nacham's ribbon. On my body, the vest of the vial. On my head, a two-faced nullworm skull. On my extra face, son of a bitch. My corpse parts are no longer with me. You had a gal turn you into roadkill once? That sucks. You saw this? Check the chest again? Ah, there we go. On my extra face, please. Oh, interesting. Yeah, that's good eyes. Good eyes, Martin. Right arm, snakeskin bracelet, right hand. Shank of the Voltaic Ankh. Slender Fullerite. My gloves, the weighted mitts of Shawan, which teleport me if I'm about to take avoidable damage and have decent stats. The Kessel face on my real face. A Quantum Mote, please. Which gives +1 to saves and some resistances. And then our other floating nearby, a hover sled. There's a setting to exclude corpses from take all. Ah, that would do it. Gotta reach in again for the faces. Oh. Hell yeah. Yes! We have reached the level of clairvoyance where it's the entire screen. It's the entire screen. That is my favorite. There's a problem here. There's a significant problem here. I don't know why they're aggroed. So that was our proselytized slot. My best guess is because we are in a new body, we died and came back. Proselytize wore off at some point. I don't believe we're gonna be able to proselytize him at his current level. Like, this dude is insane. So I think what we're gonna do, we're gonna try. We're gonna do it with precog, because there's no way I'm dying here. You're 100% gonna electrocute your party with like 54 D4 damage. I do fear killing people with our ejection of a lot of electricity. 20,000 charge. You know, you're right, Grim. He's technically not leveled. He's just incredibly powerful from all of his limbs. But here's what's going. We're gonna confuse him. All those attacks, my god. Oh, he's unaffected by that. You know what? Let's do a chill. He's already out of it. Force wall. Teleport out there. Get proselytize ready. Yes, Kang. This was my buddy Uzi Reborn. Alligator? No, not him. No. The stupid alligator. Is he dead yet? I might just go get a new sludge. Oh god, I got teleported randomly. Is teleport off cooldown? No. Oh god, precog runs out before I'm back. No! Alright, teleport has to be good to go now. I'm right next to him. Proselytize. 7. He's asleep? Why is he asleep? You can't proselytize someone that's asleep. Clean. Sir, where are you? God damn it. There's no way. There's no way. This is the problem. If he hits us, we immediately get just obliterated. He gave me stiff legs instantly. Go back to start your vision? Yes, I do believe I will. Alright. We might make ourselves a new Uzi. Because I kind of regret, we got our ooze companion, and then we started giving it pseudopods right away. Which means, unfortunately, we never got a chance to level him up and give him abilities. We also got him severely infected with fungal nonsense. So, he never got any skill points. It'd be great to teach him stuff. Yeah, like we could leave this guy here, we can get a new ooze. A new ooze with blackjack and hookers. Let's go back to Gritgate. Let's replace the battery. Oh baby, oh baby, oh baby. Additionally, I should probably get rid of Clank. We haven't gotten a pair of night vision goggles yet, which actually kind of bums me out. Before I go down, let's talk to Mafio. And then spare a few seals. I already knew that. Oh yeah. I mentioned earlier, like, backspace for people of interest or points of interest. This is what I was talking about. Very, very handy stuff for towns. I can't live without it anymore. Phase harmonic, I already know that. Do I know how to make telemetric visors? I already know that. A Psychodyne helmet, Tinker 3. Long reach grapple gun, Tinker 3. Freeze ray, Tinker 2. I already know all these things. Wait, don't I know phase harmonic? Yeah, 6-day stilt's very nice with it. Do I not know phase harmonic? I thought we looked this up earlier. $57. Tinkering. No, not shift tab. Control tab. Phase conjugate. Phase harmonic is the one I wanted. Oh, that'd be great, Blue. I imagine someone will make a mod for that kind of thing. Like an easy 6-day stilt mod or something. Don't worry, I was also confused. You learn reprogrammable recoilers. Didn't I make a programmable recoiler earlier? Now I gotta go back in the synchron. Damn it. Tools. Programmable... Wait. What's a reprogrammable recoiler? I should have looked at the description first before I learned it. When did I even pick that up? I assume you could change the location, but like... I guess that makes... It's like in my head, I'm like, if you already have the one, what's the point? Rust bug. Hey, buddy.
Is that you, nestling, Revok the Reborn? Are you returned from Gate and Tomb? Come close, I say.
It is Barathrum, I've returned.
You appear refreshed. My old eyes spy the swim lines of the waking world, and to you they cede precedence. A newness obtains.
I found Brightshoal, where it lies beyond the tomb. I spoke to the Shomer there and arranged for the disablement of the spindle's magnets.
You're ever a courier of bright tidings, Revok the Reborn. I'm fond of this fact. Categories and types are decohering in these historic times. Nonetheless, the ritual nourishes us. You are raised to Mevin, Revok the Reborn, the one who understands. Take this too, a shoot of morphing gel from my personal collection. You've arrayed yourself in the artifacts of time, and so we have little left to give you, but this may be useful.
Metamorphic polygel.
Now, matters have evolved in your absence. Do you choose now to learn more?
I do.
High on the mount above Omen Porch, the Putis Templar watch us through their war lenses and prepare an attack. The Nephilim, too, stir from their cradles on the Moonstair and slump with infernal purpose. The short of this is, due to a dearth of prep time and inadequate armament, Pax Clank no longer believes in the viability of Q-Girl's climate design. We must take Clank at his word here. This disheartens us, but there's another hope. Clank has offered up a new design, something unconventional at all angles, and despite our early misgivings, Q-Girl and I now work in assistance to the project. A new creature struggles to be born, Revok the Reborn, and you will help birth it. Then it will carry us, you and I, to the top of the spindle. Pax Clank will mold the creature from raw bioelectrical materials. You must gather these entrails, the body as a model, the catalyst to charge the sanguine fluid, the atmos as deistic direction, the armament for protection, and the Hamza for personality. You will bond with the creature too, and act as its pilot, so you must speak an incantation to inscribe the connection. You also need to procure sanguine fluid itself, and 2, a power source shielded from electromagnetic attacks.
Let us begin then.
Yes, Refactor Reborn. Begin the gathering, and the molding will follow. The materials you choose will influence the being we create, but any such being will be suitable for ascent. This is our last task before we make our historic climb, Refactor Reborn. Be safe and well in doing it. If you have more questions, return here. Clank and I will be available.
I'll immediately get to work on the mod that plays a small audio clip every time you get Metamorphic Polygel. Me quietly singing, Metamorphic Polygel. It's one of my favorite things in the game. I love Metamorphic Polygel. I usually save them until the end of the run, and I just, like, splurge. I make, like... If I have a relic, an Eater's Nectar relic that grants 2 stats, I make dozens of copies. That said, I kind of want to re-roll my mutation pool. Because, like, if I buy a new mutation right now, it sucks. If I re-roll once and I buy a new mutation, I also get 3 sucky choices. I need to re-roll twice. 2 times I need to re-roll. And if I do that, we'll get a 3rd pool to look at. I guess I could just do that right now. Just take a look and find out whether or not I want to, like, investigate that direction. We can do that right now. You can roll mutations? So, your run, when you started, is a seeded experience. I always make a copy of Cloning Drought and make a copy of the 2 drams I have, and so on, until I have a full canteen and can copy on a whim. That's also a good use of it. I happen to have Cloning Drought already. I got 2 drams. That is a little tempting. But I like going with stats. I make a lot of horrifying stat choices. But anyway, to answer your question, so your run is seeded, so when you buy a mutation, you're gonna get the same results every time, regardless of what you do. You'd be like, I precogged it, don't like the choices, level up again, do another buy, same 3 choices. However, you can re-roll the choices, and I believe it happens when your stats change, which Eater's Nectar does. It doesn't happen when you level up normally and get stats, though. I believe it has to be a non-level up stat change. There's probably a little bit more nuance that other people could answer about that, but you can re-roll them. You have to do it by using injectors and precogging your way through it. We're at 138 Psychic Glimmer now. We're gonna be seeing some scary... We didn't see any Psychics inside the Tomb of the Eaters. That's actually kind of surprising. It only just dawned on me. We went through plenty of screens without any psychic attacks. Alright. What I'm gonna do is I'm going to precog... Alright. Start precognitive vision. We're gonna take Metamorphic Polygel and apply it to our Eater's Nectar. Num 7. There we go. I don't know how we managed to do this at some point. Where it was just chaos, a lawless wasteland. Eater's Nectar. Eater's Nectar. Cool. So now, if I were to look right now, our choices would be phasing, quills, and something else I don't care about. If we do it again after that, I forget what the 3 choices were, but we didn't want them. We didn't want them. But we haven't seen what our choices are if we do 2 Eater's Nectars. One mutation point. 1 point of agility. So this is going to be a new thing we're about to see. We could even do it again. Look at him go. Oh, he's dreaming. He's snoring away and dreaming. Oh, he's so fast. I'm glad he's apparently having a dream that involves running around. He's been having a lot of trouble with his back legs. I don't know if it's like hip dysplasia or just like, you know, he's getting up there. He's getting up there in age. He's getting gray. Could be like joint pain, hip stuff. But he's been having some back leg troubles. He no longer wants to go up and down the stairs. I carry him up and down. But after I gave him a bath yesterday, he was getting his post-bath zoomies. That was good. He looks fast, dogs look not fast. Yeah. And he still goes all out when the laser pointer comes out. All right, let's see what happens. New mutation point. Electrical generation. Very funny game. Very funny. Electrical generation, adrenal control, space-time vortex. So we don't actually want any of these. So we're gonna wait out our precog. I would go back to the start of my vision, yes. And then we're gonna do it again, but this time we're gonna pop 3 Eater's Nectars. And if that doesn't have a good choice for us, that means we have default pool we don't like, pool alt 1 we don't like, pool alt 2 we don't like, and it would be pool alt 3 we don't like. And I feel like at that point we give up. We just spend our mutation points. We accept that these are the mutations we have. Do you prefer injectors to cooking it? So cooking it is fun because if it works, you do get +1 to all of your stats, which is pretty sweet. You know what? You know what? We have precognition. Why not? Why not cook with the stuff? First, I'm gonna take a look, because we could redo this stuff. Let's take a look at what happens if we do. What do we want as a mutation? I'm hoping to find two-hearted. Two-hearted, I want. Two-hearted would give us a whole bunch of toughness. We get a lot of resistances. I would get a lot of hit points, because right now we're very squishy. Like if we look at attributes and stats, our toughness is at +1. We're at 18. Very weak. Very fragile. I would also accept double muscled. Double muscled would be fine. That would give us a lot of strength. It would help us carry a lot. I would actually be not as afraid of melee combat. As for mental mutations, we got all like the heavy hitters I really wanted. Yeah, double muscled means we could equip our new boomstick. That went from like I don't care to I want it. So two-hearted, double muscled. Those are the two big ones I've been digging for. As for mental ones, I'm trying to remember. Like, we got light manipulation from an equipment item. So that's pretty sweet. Oh, you Benji. Pretty sweet stuff. We already have cryokinesis, we have Sunder Mind, we have Siphon Vim. Trying to think what the other ones that would be exciting are. Like, we already got a lot of... We got the big ones. I'm sure there's something else I would be into. Yeah, like, we have a good weapon that gives us a good ability, and we have another good weapon that'll give us another good ability. We got lucky. We got some good stuff here. That's cool. You could be on top of my pillows. No, go on. Unless you want to be closer to me. Your choice. My pillows. All right. Let's get our Eater's Nectars. We'll see what the other slot is. If we like it, we'll consider it. Otherwise, we're probably gonna do some cooking experiments to see if we can get +1 to all of our stats. All right. Eater's Nectar. Eater's Nectar. Interesting. The mutation point is fixed. We get that from the first one every single time. The second one is a stat, and the stat is different. We got strength this time. Do you think that means the pool is different? Should we check? For education's sake, I'm gonna check. It might mean we have to do this again, though. But I'm curious, like, we got agility last time. Exactly the same, alright. It was worth checking. I'm a man of science, after all. Yes, go back to the start. I love doing experiments in games that I like. Just like learning new things. Even if it's disappointing. Even if I didn't get what I wanted out of it. Alright, precog. Metamorphic polygel. To my Eater's Nectar. To my Eater's Nectar. Use it. Well, that's just bizarre. I am in a precognitive vision, yes. That time I got toughness. I've always gotten mutation point from the first one. There's a mutation point, alright. I guess we just rolled weirdly often. 1 point of willpower. Alright, that's all 3. Let's see what our choices are now. Space-time vortex, mental mirror, two-headed. Oh, two-headed's an interesting idea. I mean, honestly, mental mirror is an interesting idea too. But two heads, mental actions have a 20% lower action cost. 50% chance to shake off negative status effects. Excuse me. No, my allergy pill wore off a while ago. Big coughs here. Oh god, I'm out of water. Yeah. Let's game theory this out a little bit. With two heads, right now, with one head, using 2 face on a helmet, we can do Kessel face, 1 severed face for extra ego. If we do 2 heads, we could technically have 4 face slots. That could be... I could have 2, 4, plus 6 ego by cutting off my own face 2 more times. Trying to come up with new slime names. Yeah, we have to go get a new slime. Tom Cruise, the Globfather, the Real Slime Shady, Oppenslimer, Uzi Mandays. I'm a fan of Uzi Mandays. I was really hoping you'd roll 2-headed when you were talking about double muscled, and here we are. Here we are. The only other thing we have right now is if we were to roll back to the start of our precog and cook with our Eater's Nectars, there's a possibility we can get +1 to all of our stats, which is a pretty worthwhile thing to game at least a little bit. But 2-headed, 2-headed is very tempting. That +6 ego from cutting off my own face 2 more times is massive. Every face I would wear would be a +2 our stat. Yeah, the cooking option is a lot of scumming. Again, it's seeded, so we don't have to worry too much. It's basically like we cook once and find out if it works, and if it works, the only question is, do we keep going? How does mutation roll get affected with all that stat changing? I don't know. I don't know. My general understanding and my belief about how it would work right now is that if we get stats, it's the same pools. We would see the same choices. Alright. I have to refill my water bottle because my throat's scratchy and I'm gonna cough myself to death if I don't. So I'm gonna BRB and get more water. And then we can figure out if we want to try doing some cooking scum, if we want 2-headed. I'm leaning toward 2-headed, but I'm willing to roll the dice. Roll the dice on cooking a little bit. But BRB for right now. Thanks, Gremlin. He's going nuts. Is seated and won't change. Alright, so yeah. We can try cooking once, if it works. That's exciting. We can consider trying again. I saw a lot of butts. What was the question? Yeah, there's one other thing. This dog. I love you too, Benji. I love you too. Exactly. Like, if cooking works, and that's exciting. If cooking doesn't work, we still have our 2-headed. Alright. Hold on. There was one other thing I wanted to do. I'm seeing every once in a while an encoding overload, which very funny for Caves of Cut, which probably is just a settings thing I gotta goof off with at some point. That said, I am curious to have this on the other screen here. All right. I'm curious if when I see an encoding overload, if I also see a spike in my disk read. Because Windows 10 has this weird bug sometimes where your disk read will hit 100% for no goddamn reason. I'm curious if that's what's been going on. I doubt it. It's probably just something dumb in my settings I need to tweak. Alright, we're gonna take two-headed for right this second. But then we're gonna go back into the past. Benji. Alright, we're in the past. If I'm jiggling slightly in the camera, it's because this gremlin is just going ham on my arm. Oh, the Benji. I mean, funny enough, if cooking works, we don't even have to go back. We can keep the cooking that works, and then just use the other two injectors, and we're good to go. Alright, so... No spikes. Yeah, beat up that bird. Let's go back to our precognition. Alright, we're precogging. While we're precogging, we want to apply metamorphic polygel to our Eater's Nectar. Yeah, cooking still re-rolls. It's just a matter of, like, if the first one works, that's exciting. We would just then use the other injectors normal, I imagine, or we could see how lucky we are. It's not impossible to think that we might be able to do this more than once. Preserve. One Eater's Nectar. Cook from a recipe. No. Choose ingredients. We're gonna go with... We want to make sure this works. That means we have to choose just the best stuff. Drop him nectar. I'm sorry, where's my cheese? It takes up so much weight in my inventory. Is it not a cooking ingredient? Do you just eat cheese? Oh my god. You just eat cheese. Cheese is not a cooking ingredient. Game, I'll have you know, cheese is a cooking ingredient. I cook almost everything with it. Come on. Alright, in that case... We'll take nectar, we'll smear it on bread. Where's my crusty loaf? Nectar on crusty loaf with... It's the only ingredient, right? With some star apple jam. Ooh. All right. 25% chance to gain all stats. Cook it with wild rice. Mmm. I could do wild rice. Nothing happens. Well, disappointing. The first one's a bust. I mean, we're in the precog, so let's go crazy. Let's go crazy in the precog, just in case. But given that the first one failed, we're probably just gonna go ahead and inject ourselves. Choose ingredients. All right. a drop of nectar, some crusty bread. Do I have wild rice? I have wild rice. See what happens here. Can use corrosive breath at level 2, so nothing happens. Last but not least, choose ingredients. Where's my drop? Am I blind? Blaze, Hulk, Love, Salve, Shade, Skulk. Did I not preserve? I didn't preserve it yet, did I? No, I did. I did preserve it. Where is it? Everything else is barely allowed to share the plate. Alright, eyes. Drop of nectar. Okay, there we go. Throw some crushed grave moss in there. And a little Hulk honey. Alright. So, nothing. All 3 are a bust. Definitely go back to the start of our precognitive vision. Alright, I'm gonna say we go for two-headed. Two-headed has a lot of potential, I say. A lot of potential. Like, if we do two-faced on all of our helmets, ooh. Ooh. Ooh my. So let's apply our metamorphic polygel to our eaters' nectars. Part of me hates doing this because, again, there's a chance we're gonna find a relic injector, but there's also a chance we won't. Stickler Me6 really wants to try 3 cooks again, just to allow for the wiki to be wrong. I remember I did try that on a different playthrough. Like, I was pretty like, yeah, but what if? But you never know, like, things do change. Is there a chance for the effect to even appear on top of the chance the effect actually works? Shaft and ball duty. I believe it's just straight up seated. Like, if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. If it would have worked, it would have been on top of the other effects of the food. But two-headed's pretty sweet. The last 2 cooking attempts didn't say you had a 25% chance at all stats. Wait, did they not mention that? They did say nothing happened each time, right? We can confirm that part at least. Oh, you're making me want to try again because maybe I should be more simple with my ingredients. Yeah, it definitely said nothing happened. But you're making me question whether or not I should be a little bit more alarmed. It did say nothing happened, though. I don't know, man. Yeah, I think because it said nothing happened, we're good. I've also now seen the encoding overload pop up briefly, and my disk was chilling out just fine. I'm guessing that means CPU usage is what probably peaked a little bit. Nah, that's even fine, too. Look, Caves of Cud, surprisingly, not using the CPU. I can get rid of that. Alright, you guys are making me doubt. I'll just one quick trip through precog land here, and then I'm taking my 2 heads. I will just make a simple recipe. The first one was bread and jam. Heard that if you put too many objects in one zone, it can result in zone reset and delete all your items. Oh lord, we're here to cook, Pinkman. I keep things in a chest. I've never had that happen, and I have a lot of stuff usually. But like, I've never had... Like, I'm sure there are people that pick up everything. But I usually have like a pretty good party going, and I pick up a lot of stuff. Oh, this soft boy. You're such a good boy, Benji. You're a good boy, Benji. Oh, I love you, Benji. Alright.
Eat the bully face. Give in to the voices. Nom, nom.
Good boy, Benji.
Just love this dog so much.
Okay, I've started a precognitive vision. Oh, Benji! Benji! Benji's hitting buttons. Benji's the family dog. No, we could cook with just the nectar.
I mean, he could be your dog.
Like, as far as who Benji hangs out with, he hangs out with me.
Just put some sausage in your car.
Honestly, my family, every time I'm leaving, they're like, you should take Benji with you, you should take Benji with you. And I would love to take Benji with me, but like, there are people in the house that are allergic to dogs. So first I would have to brutally murder Andrew. Have to kill him outright. Otherwise, Benji would be with me. Alright, I'm precogging. You were gonna do that anyway, when he least expects it though. Cook from a recipe. No. Choose ingredients. Alright. What if we just do the Eater's Nectar? Wait, can I just, like, eat the Eater's Nectar? Do I have to cook with it? Can I just eat it? Soul curd. I don't think it's even showing up in here, is it? You haven't done it yet, you dum-dum. Reserve your food. Alright, now I gotta drop. Eat! Oh no, that's not how you do it. It does nothing. Alright, you have to cook with it. Good to know. That's why we do precognitive visions. Reserve. The first one was a failure regardless. Choose ingredients. Let's just do the drop. Nothing else. Nothing happens. Choose ingredient. Cook from a recipe. Nothing happened. We can now confirm. Nothing to worry about. Food's not the way to go here. Yes. Alright, we're done. We're done with the epic saga of testing food. Apply this to my injector. And start stabbing myself. I mean, not gonna complain about getting ego. Ego, agility. Like, it's possibly failed over and over again, but like, I'm pretty sure we could confirm it's seeded. Don't think the wiki's wrong. Two-headed. You gain two-headed. 25% lower action cost. 50% chance to shake off negative effects. More importantly, faces. We got faces. Which means more faces can be worn on said faces. Benji, you can't be on top of the keyboard. Oh, you almost fell off the bed, buddy. You almost fell off the bed. In 3 mutation points, you'll get another pool. You know, because we stuck with this one, you're not wrong. All right, Benji. Nom nom nom. All right. I don't think we need to level up two-headed. Can you cut off each of your faces and wear them on the other head? Yes. One of my dogs ate gravity right off the edge of our bed at 2 a.m. this morning. Yeah, Benji's Benji's eaten shit off the bed many a time. Left face, left head. We gotta get a new helmet. Maybe we have one in the box? Plaster bonnet. Miner's helmet. Ape fur hat. Surely we have something good in here. +1 intelligence, +1 ego. I mean, it's not great defense, but I mean, that's not bad. That's not bad. Those are stats that we like. Oh yeah, we could just make any helmet we want two-faced. Let's take that out of the box. Forkhorn helm gives us 1 AV, 0 DV. Guess that's rep, I imagine, with antelopes and goat folk. Counts as a short blade weapon. Ape fur hat, spectacles, miner's helmet. I was kind of hoping I had something like with decent stats in the box, but oh wait, there's still stuff to look at. Set a moon mask. Nope, nothing. Leather cap. Well, I took what I took. Square cap, mod with tinkering. Oh, it's not. It doesn't count toward two-faced. We can't make it two-faced. It's a bummer. Nothing applicable. All right, well, we can't wear the cap for two-faced. And again, we want 4 faces. That's pretty critical. So let's put this away. Trying to think where we can quickly find a helmet. I guess the forkhorn helmet definitely would work, right? Let's just grab that for now. Mod with tinkering, two-faced. Cool. Left head, two-faced horn. I thought you said 4 corns. Got a lot of corn on this helmet. Well, I gotta amputate my face a couple of times here. What level are we right now? We're 30. Is that 35 or 36 is when we'll have +3 ego? We'll have to re-sever our faces in the future. That's fun to think about. Like, whoop, I leveled up. Hold on, I gotta slice my face off a few times. You know what, team? Putting myself in a bubble. Damn it. What does berate do? It does in fact hurt feelings. Specifically, it lowers their mental defense. I definitely have an axe in here somewhere, right? There we go. Doesn't really matter which one. Wedicus. Just take a carbide battle axe. You shame a nearby creature for 66 rounds, giving it a -4 penalty to DV to hit, ego, willpower, and a -10% penalty to quickness. You hurt his feelings real bad. Real bad. You know, I got people standing around me and I'm like, I don't want them to get more fungal infections. Because Lord knows, I'm going to be clanking it up here. Neg someone so bad they walk slower, yeah. This should keep my spores contained. Amputate. Slice off my left face. Oh yeah, I want revoc the... Oh, that's the face I'm wearing on my face. Left face. You regenerate your face. Amputate my face. You slice your face off. You regenerate your face. Have a good night, Brewhark. Thanks for hanging out. Equip my face. Equip my face. Use some bandages. All right. We're up to 47 ego. We have 8 additional points being applied to us that aren't from our natural self. We're at 16 on our abilities. We're not even allowed to level them up anymore. They're so powerful. Whole map, whole map. Teleportation, radius of 2. We're very accurate when we teleport. Mm. 1d5 plus 10 on lays. Cryokinesis. 16d2 divided by 2. The mental willpower that would be necessary to cut off your own face, let alone twice, right? Yeah, no, we are glimmering. Cool. That is a significant power jump for us right there. Not bad. Not bad. Oh, shit. Did we have the ooze carrying anything? I don't think I gave him anything to carry with him, right? It dawns on me he might have stuff. You had an ooze? We had an ooze for a while. We have to go get a new one because now he's angry at me. He's not friendly anymore. So we're gonna go get a new one. And this time, we're gonna do things a little differently. We're gonna get an ooze, and then we're not going to give him any new pseudopods yet. I think we're gonna go to the 6-day stilt and level up, and then we'll start feeding him new liquids. I think that's gonna be the play. That way we could get him a few skills, and then, like, once he has cudgel, like a few levels of cudgel, I think that's what we want. If that dude had a few levels of cudgel, and then we had him have 1,000 pseudopods, yeah, that's the way. That's the good stuff, I think. My god, it was right here. Let's take this helmet. Like, that's stats. Although 3, I'm getting 1-1. I'd be getting 2 AV and losing 3 DV. My character right now has decent AV and remarkably good DV. I'm hard to hit, I think. Obviously, I could have more AV, but, like, we're doing alright on AV. If anything, it would probably be shoes I would be looking for. Shoes with good AV. Because I don't need the electrical generation from my shoes anymore. So we're gonna go get a new ooze. We'll take him to the 6-day stilts. I'm gonna put my cheese away because now I'm angry that cheese is not a cooking ingredient. We need an ooze we're scared to lose. Ozymandias is still my choice, but there might be more good names. I know, Grim, you were thinking of a bunch. Your Ozymandias is my favorite one so far. Sorry, cheese, if I can't cook with you, you're just a bunch of weight in my inventory at the moment. 7 pounds. Mod with tinkering, make it slender. Make it two-faced. That way if I want better armor.